Maybe there will be AI analyzing if the song was made by AI.
Oh my god, bro.
It's just a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Like, we make AI about, okay, is this AI or not AI?
Yeah. Welcome everybody to the second episode of Podcast MK. Today we have a special guest, 14K. He's a reggaeton artist. He's the owner of Lucid Records, so he's worked with multiple independent artists. Today's topic is AI going to take over the music industry? And I feel like if anybody knows what it takes to make a song, it would be this guy right here. So thank you for having us, bro.
Yeah, bro. Thank you for having me on episode 2 of Project MK. I know you guys are putting in work. I know I've heard a lot of BTS stuff that's going on in the works, you know?
Yeah.
So it's an honor to be here, bro.
Thank you, bro. We share the same gratitude, bro.
Thank you, bro.
And so, like I said, today's topic is AI going to take over the music industry? I know it's a scary thing for people that, you know, are in the creative field right now, because, you know, it could create images, sounds that sound similar to a lot of people. So my question to you is, have you seen anything that actually worries you?
Yeah, so there is one thing that worries me about AI in the music industry.
Okay.
But I'll get into that a little bit more deeper. Like,
Later in the podcast.
Yeah, later in the podcast.
Okay. I want to talk more specifically about music, because I don't know much about music, bro.
All right.
To be honest with you, right? So can you tell us the process of making a song, from like an idea to something that you would hear on Spotify?
All right. So there's always steps into making a song.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say there's probably about 5 to 7 steps to completely making an entire song. So the first step would be to come up with an idea. Like, you must have the want to do it in order for it to come out good. First thing that I do personally, and what I've seen a lot of artists do, is they book studio time. You know, they're like, hey, I want 2 hours. Like, I'm in the mood right now. Like, I want to get something done, even though they have nothing written. Right?
Okay.
So they come in, and then they're like, okay, let's find a beat. All right, what type of artist? All right, Bad Bunny type beat. Boom. It's crucial because you could take up to 10 minutes to find a beat, or you could take up to 3 hours to find a beat that the artist likes.
It depends how picky the artist is.
How picky, or if in between those 3 hours they don't like anything, you know, like, then they wouldn't. They'll just be like, man, like the mood just left.
Right. Yeah.
So the beat is like 50% of the song.
Okay.
The beat is 50% of the song, because that's what makes the song.
Yeah.
So then the next thing would be to write a hook and a verse, right? And give it the melody. Okay. So we're in here. Let's say the artist is already, all right, I found this beat, load it up, boom. We're gonna get in there for about 30 minutes, see what comes out. Just random stuff. And then little by little, the song comes, like, it just comes together. Boom, 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 boom.
The elements start connecting.
Yeah. So we got the beat, we got the hook, and we got the verse. So that's the simple recording. Right? And now, every time I tell artists, okay, would you like to mix or master your songs? They're like, sometimes they're like yes, sometimes they're like no. So that's totally understandable. So it depends, because once you start mixing, I'm in here for about 3 hours. I've been here in 7 hours on mixing a song sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, just mixing the song. So the price range bumps up more. Right. So then the song comes out much better, because I work on the song, just on one song, for the entire day. Right. So then that's the mixing part. Like, we're giving it the effects that you hear on most records. We're giving it all right, you don't like this part, let's redo it. Okay. Like, this little part, let's redo it. Boom. I'm mixing the back vocals. Like, a lot of people just hear the bass, like, just the main melody, but in reality there's like 20 vocals in the back that create a feeling that you feel every time you listen to that certain song. You know? And sometimes, in rare cases, you know, it is just one voice.
Really?
Yeah, it is just one voice.
Can you name a song that's just like one voice?
I would say a song from probably the 80s or 90s that you still listen to now, that is just one voice, simply because that song was made in a garage. and they just layered one guitar, one drum, and then one vocal. Like, just simple as that. No mixing, no mastering.
Dang.
But they made the record, and it came out. It has 1 billion views on fucking, you know, from the 80s, 90s, you know. And so now it's just like we're stacking 20 vocals, effects, boom, reverb, delay, you know, like cutting the beat. All right, we're adding a filter on the beat, you know. So that's the mixing side. Like, we're in here for 6 hours, 3 to 7 hours, depending. And so after the mixing, it's the mastering. That's where we bump up the levels. Like, in the mixing, sometimes it comes out low, but then in the mastering, we give it that polish. Like, everything, just, we glue everything perfectly together, and like, we take off all the, you know, any extra elements that are on there. Like, we make it sound crispy, and like,
everything.
Yeah, everything bumps up in volume. So now, every time you hear a song on the radio or on Spotify, they always need to reach a certain level of LUFS, like loudness.
Okay.
So that's why they all generally sound the same when you like put up the volume.
Okay.
Yeah. So then after the mixing stage, it would be the cover art. Cover.
Okay.
So that's where the artist is like, okay, I want something like this. Or I want something like that. And then after the cover's done, it's optional if they want to do it, but they could do a music video for it.
Right.
Which is a whole different realm, a whole different process,
Yeah.
and a whole different journey for the artist on that one song.
Yeah.
So out of all these steps, this is what it takes to make one record.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work, bro. For like, what, a song's usually 2 to 3 minutes?
Yeah, 2 to 3 minutes.
And
got 20 vocals in the back. Got hours of work in the background, you know.
money invested, time invested.
Money, time, and passion, bro.
So I wanted to ask you, as an engineer.
Yeah.
Do you think AI could take your place, or do you think it could be beneficial for what you're already doing as an engineer?
So I feel that in the future, it could take my place.
Yeah.
It could take my place. But for better work, hopefully we could work together.
Okay.
You know, maybe
AI is like an extension to your work.
Yeah. So maybe it's like, okay, I download this app on my computer, you know, and then just press record when you hear this sound from the artist. Like, let's go again. You know?
Just like the tedious task that you have to do.
Yeah, like, oh, boom, space 3. Every time we
Right.
got to re-record something, you know? But you never know. In the future, the artist could literally have his own engineer through an app, but it's all AI.
Do you think that could...
That's
you think you're headed there? Like, we're headed there?
possibly, bro. But the thing that would never get overruled by AI would be the feeling of being inside of a studio.
Right.
Like, being able to have everybody at a studio listening to high quality speakers, you know. But there is a little fright. Like, I'm a little scared that it's gonna take my place someday in the future. Not right now, but someday in the future.
Right now you're chilling.
I'm chilling right now.
Chilling.
I'm chilling, working with a lot of dope artists coming up, wanting to be artists, and it's special. It's special.
Okay. Did you want to mention anything about the fact that there's already a mix and master option?
So that's what I wanted to talk about right now. You know?
Oh, right now.
Right now, bro. So there's this application where all the artists upload their music. And they distribute that song to all the stores. Whether it's TikTok Music, Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Music, all the major platforms where you listen to music. And right there, they're like, okay, you upload your cover, the song name, artist name, and boom, you're good. At the end of everything, they give you an option to mix and master your song, right? And I've tried it before just to see how it would sound, right? And it's not there yet, but with a little bit of tweaking, they'll get there, you know? So, boom, the artists, they get a 20-second sample of listening to their song, quote unquote, mixed and mastered, right? And it's up to the artist if they like it or not. And then the one-time fee, every song that you like mix and master to them, it's a one-time fee of $7.
Okay.
And professionals, they charge like $300 to like $600 a mix and master. So now, imagine how many songs you get mixed and mastered through this app. Yeah. Once it's like an elite app, you know, like it's crazy. Like it's gonna be a big jump of money if you want to go the mix and master route. But imagine the $7 price. Like, what artist would say, "I'm down"? $7? It's nothing.
I would do that. You know, I'd master my film on there.
You're like, all the music that you hear and stuff, it's like, okay, damn. Like, it's not there yet, but with the tweaking, it'll get there. Yeah. And right now, it's like, okay, they just up the frequencies, you know, to make it sound high quality, but it just sounds off. But now, make those curves a little bit better, you know, make them sound a little bit more smoother, you know, nice volume bump, it's going to sound different. I would say in about 3 to 5 years, it'll get there.
You're estimating 3 to 5 years.
3 to 5 years. And this is like year 1. Yeah. And it sounds incredible. You know, it sounds dope. But it's not there yet. Okay. It's not there yet. I would say 3 to 5 years ago.
Okay. Yeah. So talking about how AI is evolving, bro. Yeah. Do you know about the Turing test?
The Turing test. I've heard about it, but I'm not familiar with it.
So the Turing test is basically a simple test. It's a deceptive test. Okay. This deceptive test. And it's basically a test that a computer goes through. It's just trying to trick a human being into thinking that it's human. Okay. So like, let's say you're talking to someone and you're trying to decide if it's a computer or not. Okay. So if the computer fools you into thinking that it's human, it passed the Turing test. So that's what the Turing test is. ChatGPT 4 was the first AI to pass the Turing test. And with that, I feel like the gates are open now. The floodgates are open. Okay. And so, do you think AI could replace musical talent?
I feel like it will.
Yeah.
If not, it already has. You know, we just don't know it.
Yeah.
There could be a genius behind the computer. I'll make a Billboard song, top 100 from the past 20 years. They analyze all the records. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. All these records have something similar to one another. They have a certain key. They have a certain BPM to it. They have a certain tone to it.
Because they could break it down like mechanically. What makes like a top record hit, right?
Yeah. So boom, a genius behind the computer. Bam, make it. All right. Now they get a stranger's voice, random stranger from the street, talking to the mic for 30 minutes. I'll pay you $100. All right. AI is gonna analyze that, and then he's gonna make a record based off of his voice. Boom, make it into a top Billboard 100, top 100 song, and release it into the world. Now it's more on the analytics side because they're like comparing what all these records have like similar and not similar to, and trying to make the best out of it. So I'm not sure if somebody's already done that. Yeah. You know, they've done it with Bad Bunny's voice. Like they fooled TikTok where it's like everybody. Okay, this guy, right? Now it's a totally different story, but this guy, right? He uploaded a song to YouTube using AI.
Okay.
And it was like a 30-second verse from Bad Bunny. Like it was his voice, his flow,
and it was not recorded by Bad Bunny.
Not recorded by Bad Bunny at all. And the guy, I'm guessing he just put the lyrics. Mm-hmm. Like he just wrote the lyrics and then told AI sing it in Bad Bunny's voice and make it a verse. Boom. Okay.
And slap the beat on it.
And then TikTok went crazy. They're like, "Oh my God, have you heard this Bad Bunny's new song? This Bad Bunny's new song is going crazy." Everybody was posting it. They were making TikTok dances to it, and everybody was going crazy, right? And then at the end of everything, like a month and a half passes by, and then Bad Bunny gets on live. He's like, "That's not my song. That's not my song. Don't listen to that. Don't give that man views. Don't do this. Don't do that."
In Spanish.
He's like, he was like, that guy stole my voice. He was like, "That's not my song." And then after, I was like, oh shit. Like, this guy cashed the fuck out. Like, a lot of money. Now, one song, a verse of Bad Bunny is like, what, $250,000?
Probably, yeah.
And now imagine this guy did it for free using AI.
Yeah.
And then he just put his lyrics, and then he cashed all that money off of TikTok. Boom. And then, a couple weeks later, I believe, Bad Bunny was like, "Yeah, I'm suing him." or like social media was like, oh yeah, he's suing this guy for using his voice, but it was his lyrics, this and that, and it was just a bunch. So that's where it gets complicated,
right?
Because you could sound like somebody and be totally like a different person,
right?
Which is crazy.
And it's happened before.
It's happened before, you know. I'm like, oh shit, you sound like somebody, or like these two people sound the same. Like,
or like there's songs that have the same melodies.
Yeah.
And the label sues them.
Yeah.
But it's like, can you really copyright a melody?
It's like weird, off. It's like it's different, bro. It's just
so it gets a little tricky, huh?
Yeah, it gets a little tricky. Like, it was that really Bad Bunny, or was it some guy that sounded exactly like Bad Bunny?
Yeah, because I mean, there's also been artists that sound like people, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know there was a guy that like can rap like Eminem. There's probably a lot of people that can, and it's like,
is that really
Eminem? Like, there's been tracks that have been released, and it sounds like Eminem, and you would think it's Eminem, but it's not Eminem.
That's crazy. That's the crazy part. We don't know.
I want to get away from all the scary stuff about AI.
Okay.
I want to talk about more what would separate us from AI. AI can't feel emotions, you know? Like, it can't pour its soul into a song like a human could be able to, you know?
Okay.
And so I want to talk a little bit about what makes us as artists humans. So let's take it back, bro. When did you do your first song?
My first song, I believe it was 2016. Yeah, like 2016.
2016. What happened in 2016, bro? What was the biggest thing in 2016? Let me see. Didn't Trump get elected 2016?
I believe so.
Yeah, right?
I'm not too sure.
Let me see. I'm just trying to think what's like
2018, no?
November 2016.
16?
Yeah. Trump was elected, bro. So you started during the Trump era. Wow. Let's not get political, but I'm just saying. That's probably the biggest thing. Everybody was playing F Donald Trump. I remember being on the bus, bro, and everybody was playing that.
F Donald Trump?
Yeah.
By YG?
By YG. So you started then?
Yep.
Okay.
Right there.
And when did you start getting serious about it?
Yeah, so I started getting serious about it, like making music, when I got my first piece of equipment, bro. Okay. When I got my first piece of equipment, that's when I was like, okay, I want to do this. Like, I want to do it. Because before me getting my equipment, it was just me in my room with a small TV and a notebook. No equipment, just lyrics. Listening to beats on YouTube. Boom. And then once I got my first pair of headphones, my microphone, laptop, I was like, okay, I want to do this for sure.
Like, all in.
All in.
So you started like ASAP.
Yeah, I was like, I want to record myself. I don't know any music studios around here, and if I do, I'm 14. I don't have money. Can't go to these studios. You know, so I just got my own equipment.
Okay. You know? And let me ask you this: did you ever think about quitting at any point?
At any point in my career as an artist, I would say there might have been one time.
Yeah. One
time where I was like, it was just stressful to the point where it was like, damn, this gear started messing up.
Okay.
And then it was just frustrating. Like, damn, I gotta buy a new gear, new microphone. I don't have no money. And then I was like, damn, I might just leave it there until I could. Like, to quit it for a little while. But it was always in the back of my head of like, I want to make a song. And then it was just like, okay, the gear, you know. Like, I kept writing, and then I still have them, like a bunch of stacks like this of just English lyrics, like raps. You know? Because I started off doing English music.
Rap.
Yeah, rap. And then I shifted to reggaeton.
What made you shift over?
I heard Bad Bunny.
Yeah?
I heard Raul Alejandro, and I heard like Daddy Yankee. I was like, damn, that's hard. That's dope.
When did you transfer over?
I would say probably 2021.
Okay.
2021.
That was pretty recent.
Yeah, 2021. Like 3 years ago. Probably even 2020.
Okay.
2020, 2021. But yeah, back to me wanting to quit. There were for sure times where I was like, man, fuck that.
Just frustrated with budget,
or like I don't know where to go and I want to do it. So like, man, I just kept writing. Kept writing.
So since we're on the topic of AI and what it takes to make a song, I want to ask you how much of AI they can use without losing what makes art. Because I feel like once you start using AI, like you use it for the cover art, you
use it to your everything, like
everything.
You take advantage of that shit.
It starts losing what makes art special.
Yeah.
Which is like
feeling, passion.
Intention, So what are some budget ways that you could use AI or you would suggest?
I would suggest you could use AI. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Like
it's good.
It's good. It's
approved
thumbs
by
up.
Approved by
thumbs up. Thumbs up. So it's good. But now don't abuse it.
Okay.
Like anything else. Like there's been a time where I saw an artist use AI to complete lyrics.
Really?
And it's happened in a lot of cases where it's like they get stuck for a while, 15 minutes, they can't find anything that rhymes with the last word that they, did, that the last word that they said. And then they go online, they go on Google, what rhymes with this? Boom. And Google is basically AI, right?
Yeah. Because it even suggests, like, when you type a word in, it already suggests to you what you're going to ask. So it's already predicting what you're doing. So, yeah, you could say that, yeah.
Yeah, so, what rhymes with this? Okay. You got 20 different pages of words that rhyme with this word. And then they created the sentence for it. Boom. So they implement it. That's fine. Like you've tried for 15 minutes, you're stuck. Boom. Okay. But now there's artists that they don't know what to do and they want to write a song. Like you said, AI wrote the song for them for the movie script, and they just got artists to sing it. Possibly it's a love-hate relationship with it.
Okay.
Don't abuse it, but you could use it
depending on to
your advantage. Like, who's to say, like this major hit list artist doesn't use AI? We don't know. We're never in the studio with them. They could be on their phone looking for words that rhyme with this word. I would say, as an artist, personally, I don't use it. I don't use it, but there are artists that would depend on it to make a song.
Okay. Yeah. So once you depend on it,
that's where it's like, it gets like, no, like you're done.
Yeah.
You're done, buddy. You're
as
done.
an artist, get out of here.
You're done, buddy.
And so, all right, now, I don't know if you've heard of actual music completely generated by AI. Have you?
I think I've heard.
Yeah.
Like, one song, but I can't remember it. But it just sounded off.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, because I listened to a couple songs, and in one instance there was a girl singing in the first 10 seconds, and then it turned into a male voice. Like, it just
shifted to a male voice.
It just shifted to a male voice, Okay. So.
Oh.
You see, can AI do that?
No. Well, maybe could do better.
Low-key, maybe.
Do it 10 times better. They just go online and then just
owl noises. No. AI can make music. Do you think you could be able to spot the difference? No?
Like, well, right now, yeah.
Okay.
But? Right now, yeah. Like, we could tell the difference because it sounds off. But imagine 3 years from now. 3 years. How?
You keep referencing 3 years, bro. What do you know? This guy knows too much. Still referencing AI.
Okay.
Where do you see yourself 5-10 years from now?
5 to 10 years from now. I would see myself in a bigger studio with bigger artists, if not the artists that I'm already working with. If they keep going, they're already big. You know, I see myself as a music artist, reggaeton artist. You know, it's just the passion that I have to become an artist. You know, that's the first one on my list. Second one is engineer. Even though I love doing both, because I get to meet new people. The stories that have been told in Lucid Records have been incredible. You know, like interesting, from people that come all around the city. You know, they always have their own stories, their own flows. So it's always like a new experience when I talk to a new artist or work with a new artist. So I would say in 5 years, I would see myself in a bigger studio with bigger artists doing the same exact thing. And the place where I'm at right now, I'm fine with it. I'm perfectly fine. I love where I'm at, you know. But if it could be better, I would be fine with that too.
And you think AI can help you get there?
For sure.
Really?
For sure. Yeah. I would say if it doesn't make my workflow faster, then I wouldn't use it. Because I could use it to my advantage too. Like artists, they use it to their advantage. I could use it to my advantage for what I do.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Only time will tell.
That's the word of the day. The quote of the day. Only time will tell.
Is AI taking over the music industry?
I'm AI.
Thumbnail.
I'm AI. Rip your heart out.
Oh, you're AI? You're AI?